Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing really well. For today's video, I am starting off a brand new series, What Would Lauren Wear? And I thought this would be a really nice way for me to share with you a bunch of different outfits for tons of different occasions, whatever you want to see. So let me know in the comments if there's anything in particular you would like me to share some looks for. There's going to be a playlist on my channel for these specific videos, so if you do want to watch them all or find a specific one, you can always go back to that same playlist. So today's episode, my first one, is what would Lauren wear in the office? I have worked in an office before, but it was a very creative, relaxed office environment. I wore leggings and hoodies and knitwear, and it really wasn't a smart office wear attire, so I could kind of wear what I would wear at the weekend. It was very relaxed. But I thought I would give you a few outfit ideas and a little look at kind of a curated edit of pieces that I would integrate into my workwear wardrobe if I did work in an office. These are the pieces I would probably reach for and rotate between each other and create different looks using these pieces. If you do work in an office, I would love to know what you think of these outfits, these pieces. Would they work in your office? Is this realistic? I'm just kind of guessing. I don't really know if this is actually what you would wear, but I'm kind of going for office wear. It's smart casual, but more kind of on the smart side, and I think my wardrobe is pretty much like that anyway, so I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and let's get into it. So on my rail here, I've got a selection of pieces from my wardrobe, shirts and tops and jackets, and then down here I've got a bunch of trousers and some shoes to show you as well. This is basically a curated edit of pieces that I think would work really well in an office wardrobe. Almost a capsule office wardrobe selection of pieces, so they all kind of intermingle with each other. You can wear them in different ways and you're going to get the most out of the pieces that you have in your wardrobe. So I'm going to start off with trousers because I feel like that is the basis of my looks all the time. I have so many pairs of trousers in my wardrobe, but I picked out these 4 pieces just to kind of generalize the idea of the trouser. Obviously these could be completely different and you could have a different color or a different fit or whatever, but these are just the pieces that I picked out from my wardrobe. So first of all, really classic, really simple, I have a pair of black wide leg suit trousers. These are from Pull & Bear. This is just the most simple item that I think you should have in your workwear wardrobe. You can't go wrong with a pair of black suit trousers. Really comfortable, really flattering. The reason I love these ones in particular is because Pull & Bear do really good range of sizes. They do a petite leg length, they do a tall leg length, so they really would suit any size or shape. Just a really classic pair of trousers that will go with anything. You can dress these up, you could dress these down. I just feel like it's a must-have to have a pair of black tailored trousers. Following on from the suit trousers, I think it's quite nice to have a pair of tailored trousers that are a little bit different, whether that's in the fit, the cut, the colour, the pattern. I am a very neutral person, so most of these pieces are very neutral, but I love these trousers. They're from And Other Stories. They are just a gorgeous check wool fabric. They are just so beautiful and tailored. I think these are so smart. They really streamline an outfit, and again, you could style these up in any way. You could dress them up with a shirt, dress them down with like a simple t-shirt like this. If that suited your office, you could wear these with so many different pairs of shoes and they just always look really elevated and classy. I also really love this print. It really reminds me of a suit that Jack has from Reese, which is a really gorgeous check, very similar to this, and it kind of gives that city workwear office vibe. Okay, next up I have jeans. Now this may be controversial. I'm not sure if some workplaces allow jeans, if some don't, I'm not sure, but I feel like you can really dress up a jean and make it look really smart, and as like a smart casual vibe, which is kind of what I'm going for, I think these are really perfect. So first of all, continuing with the kind of like smart tailored look, I have got a pair of Reese grey wide leg jeans. I love these because they're super flared, they're really comfortable, they're quite like a relaxed fit, but there's something about a pair of wide leg trousers that just feels so much more elevated to me. I don't know what it is, they're very elongating. They make you feel quite tall, quite empowered. I just love these. I always tend to reach for these jeans when I'm doing something a little bit more special in the day or in the evening when I want to dress up a little bit. But they are just the most comfortable jeans I think I've ever worn. I've also just realised I said they were from Reiss. They're not, they're from M&M. These are from M&M. And then I have a pair of standard denim straight leg jeans. These are the jeans that I reach for every weekend. Pretty much 3 times a week I'm wearing these jeans. They're just so comfortable, such an easy shape to style, and I love this wash of denim. It kind of feels really pared back, but it has that little bit of put togetherness to it. These are from Everlane, and they are probably the best quality jeans I have ever worn. I absolutely love them. I've tried so many pairs of jeans, especially blue wash. I find blue wash denim really hard to find the perfect one. Grey jeans, I'm easy, I could get them from anywhere. But blue, I find it really difficult to find a good pair. These just tick all the boxes for me. I absolutely love them. And again, a simple blue jean can be dressed up really easily. If you get all the right accessories and all the right components to that outfit, it's going to feel a lot more elevated. So those are kind of my 4 basis genres of trouser. Obviously you could have any colour, any style within those 4 items. Let's move on to tops. Within the top section, I feel like you could actually wear anything. Especially if you've got a really nice jacket on or a blazer, you could easily just wear something like this. But I think it's really nice to have an elevated basic. So I've got this top, which you guys went mad for. I sold a lot of these from my link. I've been tracking the insights, and I know that you guys absolutely loved this top, and I don't blame you because I am just obsessed with it. This is a really good option as an elevated basic. This is from Mango, and it's just a really simple long sleeve pleated slinky top. Super simple, but because it's this gorgeous kind of luxe slinky material, it just feels that little bit more elevated. I love the neckline. It's really nice and high, quite modest, really long sleeves, just really easy basic to go with absolutely anything. Also a really good layering piece as well. Now, I don't know if knitwear is too casual for an office. I guess it depends where you're working. I mean, I absolutely love watching the Sheerluxe podcast, and the girls in there wear the most incredible outfits, and they're things that I would wear, and I'm self-employed and can wear whatever I want. So I think it depends on your workwear situation, and I think that's just going to be a running theme throughout this video. Knitwear in a little bit more of a streamlined way I think is really nice, especially in spring. This knitted t-shirt is from Theory, and oh my goodness, this is the softest knit I think I've ever felt. It's just a really beautiful cashmere, fine knit, really soft t-shirt. So simple. Obviously it is just a t-shirt, but the fact that it's made out of such a gorgeous material, it hangs so nicely. This in the spring with some gorgeous suit trousers I think is just such an elevated look. And on paper it is literally a t-shirt and trousers, but you've got that real nice elevated look to the style of this t-shirt, which I love. And then, of course, it wouldn't be a workwear video without some kind of mention of a shirt. And of course, you could have a basic white shirt. There is nothing wrong with that. A crisp white shirt goes such a long way. It's such a timeless staple. You could even wear this at the weekends, on holiday. I mean, a white shirt just goes with everything. It's just so beautiful and crisp and elevated. This one is from Because of Alice, and I love this because it's got a very masculine feel to it, but still keeping that feminine fit of the actual shirt. So the collar is really stiff, really sturdy. The cuffs are really stiff and sturdy. It's really long line, so it works really nicely if you're a bit taller. I always tuck this in, and I just love the shape of this. Obviously, a white shirt is a very stereotypical workwear item, and I feel like you're probably screaming at me saying, I already know about a white shirt. So I thought I would mention this style of shirt. Now, it is still a shirt, but the colour, the fabric and the shape of this really make it feel that little bit more fashion focused rather than just simple white shirt. So this is from And Other Stories. It's got a gorgeous collar. The part of this that I absolutely love is the cinched in waist. Now you can kind of see it from the back here. The darts in the side just really cinch in the waist and give it that gorgeous feminine hourglass silhouette, but it still has that kind of masculine oversizedness to the shoulders, which I just adore. This is my favorite way of tailoring, really adhering to your body, giving you that waist but still having that masculine edge. The sleeves are gorgeous, the fabric is incredible. It's just this gorgeous wool blend cotton, so it feels really elevated and just a little bit different. Pairing this with any of the trousers I mentioned would just be perfect. I think it's a really nice way to add in something a little bit smart like a shirt without feeling like you're a cast member of Suits, the Netflix show. And then finally, my last top option that I have for my workwear capsule wardrobe would be some kind of blouse, some kind of more feminine, prettier top. I don't love a blouse that's very like flouncy and very girly and kind of young and twee. I like something that still has that edge to it, which is why I absolutely love this. This is so old. I've had this for years. I would kind of say it's a hybrid between a blouse and a shirt. It's got the shirt details of the collar and the cuffs and the button up, but then all the elements to this, the fabric, the ruching on the back, the gorgeous little pleats. It's almost like this stripe effect with ruching and then a little crinkle and then ruching and crinkle. Oh, I just think it's beautiful. It's so gorgeous. It looks stunning when it's on, and this type of top is probably the perfect thing for me to wear as a workwear wardrobe. It still feels a little bit fashiony, but it's really in keeping with that work smart vibe. So moving over to jackets. I am an absolute jacket lover. I could never live without a blazer or a cropped jacket. They are my favourite thing. So I've just picked out a few here, mainly just colourways that I thought would be quite different for a workwear wardrobe. I think we always kind of go for a black blazer, a navy blazer, or a fit that's kind of really structured and really fitting, but to look smart you don't necessarily need to go down that corporate workwear vibe. So starting off, I do have a very classic simple grey blazer, but this is a little bit different because it's more of an oversized shape. This is actually from Zara Men, and it's a man's blazer, so it's got the shoulder pads, it's got the real structured fit to the shoulders, it's super long line. I think I usually get my men's blazers in a size 32 or 34, I cannot remember. Depends on the fit that you want. For example, this outfit that I'm wearing today, I've got some wide leg wool suit trousers on, a simple white body. If I just chucked this blazer on over this, maybe rolled up the sleeves, gave it a little bit more shape to it, that is instantly, if I had some heeled boots on or a pointed heel, that is just giving me a real like workwear but not corporate. This is the vibe I'm going for. Almost like Victoria Beckham, Rosie Huntington-Whiteley. If they worked in an office, this is what I'm going for. But yeah, this is an outfit that I actually would definitely be wearing in an office. Also, a little tip for you if you didn't know, if you get an oversized blazer and it looks like this and the sleeves are really long and you want to give them that little bit more styled feeling and you want to kind of like roll them up, make them feel a bit more structured and fitted, get yourself a hairband and just pop it on your sleeve like this, and then it will keep that scrunch in place all day, because there is nothing worse than having your sleeves scrunched up and then falling down constantly. This just gives you that wrist action, you've got that movement, that flexibility, and it also gives it a much more streamlined look. This also brings me to another point which I always live by. If you're wearing something quite oversized, I think it's really nice to have either your ankles or your wrists on show. So whether that's you're wearing a really oversized trench coat or a really oversized dress, if you've got a little bit of ankle or a little bit of wrist showing, it doesn't drown you and you can still see your body type, you can still see the shape of your frame without being drowned by fabric. This is a really good example of that, being able to see my hands and wrists properly with the sleeves rolled up a little bit, doesn't completely drown the look and it just looks really pared back. Another jacket option that I am so obsessed with, which I feel like has been such a trend this year, but I have loved them for absolute years, is a boxy boucle tweed jacket. Very Chanel-esque, very kind of luxe high fashion vibes. This one is from Mango. It's just a really simple black gold hardware detailed jacket. I just love these. You could even wear this with a skirt and tights if your office permitted that. I just love them. I think they're so simple, they're so easy to style up. You could wear this on your shoulders as well. I always like to pop my little Dior brooch onto these jackets. I think it just gives it that really nice gossip girl kind of vibe. And these jackets work really well with wide leg trousers because they are that little bit cropped. They just sit really nicely at the waist of your trousers, so you're not looking really full of fabric. If you've got a long line blazer, sometimes that can be a bit too much fabric. So having a cropped jacket just gives it that really nice cut off, elongate your legs, and it just looks really smart. My final blazer to show you is something a little bit different. I'm thinking of spring. You want to bring in the spring elements to your wardrobe for work, but you're not necessarily going to be wearing super colourful, flouncy bits and bobs. So I've got this blazer, which is a very old And Other Stories one. It's a linen blend. I love this. It's really smart and streamlined. I got this in my usual size. I think it's in a size 6. So it fits me really nicely, but it's not tight. It's quite long line style, so it's still a little bit oversized, but the fit is just gorgeous. And this linen cotton blend, I think, is almost like a weave kind of fabric. I actually would really like a sofa in this fabric. But that gives it that spring feel without losing the smartness. It doesn't feel really pared back and too casual. I just love this with some cream suit trousers and an open toe heel. Oh my god, stunning. And then I have another smart tailoring option. So we all love a suit. I have got this new suit ready for spring from Because of Alice. It's brand new, it only arrived recently. I am so in love with it. It's got this gorgeous asymmetric detail to the blazer. The trousers are amazing, and I do think a two-piece suit that is designed to be a suit, it's not just two separate items, looks so slick. Really smart. It's still quite fashiony. I think you can't go wrong with having a couple of different suits in your wardrobe, especially when they're tailored really nicely, they fit you really well. A really easy option to just grab and go. You could wear a top like this underneath, or a shirt to make it feel even smarter. Just a fail-safe option for me. I would definitely have a couple of different colours of suits, maybe like a light pink or a cream, a grey and a black, maybe even a navy. That would look stunning. Apologies if the angle has changed. My camera just ran out of battery, so I've just charged it up. We're on to the next bit. The last final items that I think is really nice in a workwear wardrobe. If you are sick of wearing trousers every day, mix it up. Why not wear a dress? So my loyal followers will know that I am obsessed with knitted dresses. I cannot get enough of them. And I've actually just pulled out a really simple black knitted dress because I feel like you can't go wrong with black. If you are maybe a little bit more nervous to wear a dress into the office, you haven't done it before, just go with black. It's so simple. You can wear a long line tailored coat, you could wear a blazer or a box jacket. It's just really simple, and I feel like black just instantly elevates something. But because it's knitted, it still kind of has that more pared back vibe to it. I think dresses in a corporate workwear environment are very structured. They're very kind of, it just reminds me of like the prime ministers or the royal family, like Kate Middleton wearing a really structured formal dress. A knitted dress is that little bit different. You could also opt for one that isn't super tight, so you could either go a size up so it's a little bit less fitted, or you could just go for a more A-line style so it's not super bodycon. But I feel like a knitted dress with a pair of knee-high boots, a heeled boot, even with a pair of loafers, is just such a nice option for your workwear wardrobe. As we are going into spring, I thought I would mention this type of dress as well. It's so nice to have a kind of shirt dress, something that's a little bit more floaty but still quite modest and still really fitting for your workwear wardrobe. This is a dress that I bought at the end of last summer, and I didn't really get that much wear out of it because autumn was on its way, and I'm so excited to wear this spring. It is so beautiful. This is from Zara. It's just a pleated skirt with a kind of shirt vibe to the top, and that is what I think is really nice about a shirt dress. Whatever colour, whatever pattern or style you go for, something with a collar and a really nice cuff to the sleeve just instantly feels more formal, but because it is a really pretty floaty dress, you could also wear something like this out for lunch or in the evenings. It's just beautiful, and I would definitely style this with a belt over it, a knee-high boot, so it kind of gives a little bit more coverage. I just think it's gorgeous, and you could easily pop a blazer on with this, or any kind of jacket if you wanted to. I also think this style of dress in black is a really staple item as well if you weren't keen on the knitted dress vibe, or your office doesn't really tailor to knitwear at all. I think a nice floaty shirt dress is such a lovely option. I've pulled 3 styles of shoes from my wardrobe that I would probably reach for in an office. Now this is on the basis that your office doesn't allow trainers or really casual footwear. Obviously, if yours does, you could easily add a pair of trainers to any of these looks that I've shown you. It just instantly pairs it back. It really does give me that Victoria Beckham vibe with the suit trousers and the trainers. I always think of her when I wear that. But if your office requires something a little bit more smart, then these are the options I would go for. So firstly, I have a heeled boot. These are my new cream boots. So amazing for spring. You could obviously wear a black pair, a brown pair, whatever suits you, but I just picked these for now. Something like this I think works really nicely with, for example, the dresses, especially if it's got maybe a slit up the side. Pop on a pair of knee-high boots and you instantly feel a lot more covered, a lot more chic and styled. But also a pair of knee-high boots, just because they're knee-high doesn't mean you can't wear them with trousers. So sometimes I prefer to wear my knee-high boots because the heel is a little bit shorter and I find them a lot more comfortable, and that is just because the heeled boots I have in my wardrobe are a little bit higher. You may have an abundance of different heel heights in your wardrobe, but if you don't and you just have one pair of knee-high boots like me that are a lower heel, why not wear your trousers over the top? I do this all the time. It's probably my #1 hack, especially with these, seeing as they are cream and they're the only pair of cream boots I have in my wardrobe. If I was wearing, for example, this look today, and maybe I was wearing a cream blazer or a cream coat and I wanted a cream shoe to go with that, I would always opt for these because you're not going to know they're knee high when they're underneath a wide leg trouser. You're just going to see the bottom of the shoe. So who knows, someone might think they're ankle boots, they're not. A really good way to just get the most out of the shoes in your wardrobe. And then of course I had to mention the classic black heeled boot. These are well loved. I've had these for quite a few years now. I think they are going to need some TLC. The heels have come off. They need a real glow up situation. But these are my favourite heels. I wear these all the time. They have a very similar style to the other ones with the almond shaped toe and the stiletto heel that is kind of a medium height. The kind of leather sock boot style as well is really flattering and really easy to wear with any trouser. These are really old from office, but I will try and link a similar pair below. And then lastly, onto flats. I think smart flats are really difficult to style, and it's actually something I don't have much of. The Gucci slip-on loafers are usually my go-to flats, or like an Oran sandal or something like that, but I don't know if that's workwear appropriate. Some of you may think otherwise. So I've gone for my Prada loafers as my flat option. I think a chunky black loafer, or if you're not into the chunky, even just a more streamlined loafer, is so versatile. These could be worn with jeans, the dresses, the flared trousers, the suit trousers. It's just such an easy option to go for, and there are so many on the market of different price points. So I'm going to link these below, but I will also link a really similar pair from H&M that are literally identical but half the price. I love these loafers. They're so comfortable. I wore them all day yesterday in London, and yeah, they're just such a smart option, and I just love a chunky shoe. I feel like even with your work wardrobe, you can still inject a little bit of fashion. Okay, so that brings me to the end of today's video. I really hope you've enjoyed this capsule workwear wardrobe. What would Lauren wear in the office? Let me know if you like this series idea, and if there's anything else that you would love to see in the series. I will make sure to film it. And again, don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at laurengrace life. Pinterest, I'm all over socials, so I would love to see you on the other platforms as well. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!